Greetings everybody and welcome back to the Ulanzi channel. So today I'm doing kind of a review show off of these tripods that I've been using. I do a lot of behind the scenes for my YouTube channel here, and I was looking around for a tripod that just was really easy to just set up and use, and I started seeing some creators using this one or something similar to this. These are all by Ulanzi. I think Ulanzi is kind of one of the bigger makers of these. I'm sure there's other brands, but all the ones I'm going to show are from Ulanzi. It's not sponsored, but they do make good gear and they make decent tripods like these ones. And so that's why they're all Ulanzi brand. So what these are is, I'll show you on these smaller ones real fast, is they're basically a tripod base and then it has a pull-out monopod. So it's as easy to set up as that. And that's really what I wanted. I have a couple other tripods where they're three-legged and I have to like undo each leg section for all three legs and then like maybe do the post or something in the middle, and just doing that every time I wanted to like set up a behind the scenes shot was super tedious. So these tripods are just amazing for quickness. So again, what they are is there's three legs, there's a center column that's just friction based that pulls in and out, and then there's some sort of attachment head on the top. So I'll talk about this first one, or the larger one first. This is called the Ulanzi MT79, and this one extends out to 79, or I think actually 81 inches technically. And so I bought this one. This one's all metal. It's really good. You can use it as like a selfie stick, and the length closed is 14 inches. So it's a decent amount to use already as just like a selfie stick. You can extend it a little bit if you need a little bit more as a selfie stick. So you can use this for that reason. Same thing with these ones. This one's a little more unruly to use as a selfie stick. So I use this one more so as a tripod. So what I've done is I've actually purchased another phone holder, and this also is Ulanzi, but I did look around for another few brands because I had another one that was just basically this piece. It had a spring attachment on here and one threadable screw mount on top, and I could put my phone in here and then screw it down really tight, and I really liked that aspect. But the thread on that one was kind of, it's like a no-name company, so the thread on that one broke after about a year. So then I looked around for another phone holder that was some sort of, kind of tripod-y mount that could fit on the top of this. And my stipulations for it was I have this wallet on the back, and when I do behind the scenes content, I just wanted to pull my phone out, throw it onto some sort of thing, put it on, and have it feel really secure, not by one of those like springy clamps. I wanted to actually tighten this down on here really quick and really tight. And I wanted to feel really secure and be thick enough. So this one is the MA53, and this one is a little bit more bulkier and heavier than I would like, but I wanted something that was solid and it's not going to thread out after about a year. So far I've been using this about 3 or 4 months and it's worked really well. The benefit of this though is it does have a pivoting head here on it. There's an Arca-Swiss mount on it. There's 1/4-20, there's 3/8/16 threads on here. So there's a lot of options on here. So I feel like it's worth it for me. And what I do for this, so I put this on the top here, and this basically is my main kind of YouTube behind the scenes film setup. So I can just like spread the legs out here, set it down, and then pull this out. And then I can throw my phone in here however I need to. I've been using this for a while, and then I started realizing that sometimes I want lower shots, like lower to a table shot, or I just don't want these huge legs on the table. And this one has a ring here where you can slide it up a little bit and take up a little bit less table space, and then tighten this down and kind of lock it down. And that's really nice. But what I found is sometimes this is just too much and it gets in the way. So then what I started doing was looking around for a smaller tripod. I found on Amazon this MT16, just kind of by typing in like the tripod or finding similar items to this one. And this showed up on Amazon, and I've been liking this, been using it. It's very inexpensive. It was on sale. It's all plastic, which is fine. It's kind of a cheap feeling plastic, but again, I'm not doing anything crazy on this, so it doesn't need to be anything major durable. This one extends out to 16 inches total, so just a little bit shorter than the larger one when it's fully extended. But I started using this one and I realized I needed something a little bit longer. But then I was on Temu and actually this MT73 showed up, and it's very similar to the MT16. I'm not sure what the MT73 means. Generally these correlate to the inches that they'll extend out to. 73, this is not 73 inches and it's not 73 millimeters or centimeters, so probably just a model name, I guess. So I ended up ordering this one, and I actually found I like this one a lot better. The extension is 21 inches fully, which is a little bit taller than my MT79 when it's shortened. So there's like perfect overlap with that. The reason I wanted a longer one is because sometimes I'll be on my bike or on my one wheel and I want to hold it down for like a cool looking shot or a low angle shot. And this MT16 was just too short. So this MT79 is actually perfect. So if you're looking for a smaller tripod, I would highly recommend just searching for the MT79 if you're on Amazon or something. Other than that, they're very similar. I do think that the plastic on this feels a little more rugged. Some of the other reasons to choose the MT73, or I guess one of the other reasons other than the length, is with this one, it's either open or closed. So if you have it sitting down on something, you can kind of maybe like move it up a little higher. Like let's say you need to set it on top or over something. You can kind of move it a little higher and it sort of will stay, but it can fall over or just slide down easy. So I kind of found that to be a little annoying sometimes. Plus this little post does seem to sit pretty low, so you can't put this over anything. This one has the legs that are all like, I don't know if it's a pentagram, I don't know what the name for it technically is, but these ones all extend together rather than individually. So this one does have somewhat of a post that sticks down, but it's a little bit higher than this one. The MT16 sits almost right on the table, whereas this thing has maybe a half an inch, a centimeter above. And then you can also kind of maneuver this around. So if I want to set this on something like a post outside or like something that's got a smaller area, I can set this down on it and know it's not going to slide around. It does not have a tightening base like the 79 does, but it's frictiony enough that it works really well. So that in itself is a reason. I'm not sure if I mentioned that the plastic feels a little better on the MT73. It's a little heavier, which is nice. It's got a good weight to it, I think. And it feels like it's a little more rugged. It's probably the same plastic, but this one feels a little better. This one's a little bit smaller in diameter, just barely, but it just feels a little bit better in the hand. The taper on the bottom here feels a little better. There's, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit more grip on the MT73 than there is on the 16. So overall, this one feels like it's made just a little bit better. The knob, I feel they're about the same, but I feel like this thumb knob here, thumb screw, is a little nicer to use. They both have a cold shoe on the side, which is rotatable. The cold shoe seems about the same. They have a ball head on the top, which I like the red on the MT16, but they're the same other than that. There's a little red stripe here for branding. I will say that the MT79 does not have any type of cold shoe, which I don't mind. I feel like I don't really need the cold shoe personally. And sometimes, at least on the MT16, with how similar the size with the cold shoe and the thumb screw are, I feel like I was kind of mistaking these pretty often. And with the MT73, this one, I feel like I can reach right to the thumb screw easy and not accidentally try and turn the cold shoe thinking I'm making an adjustment. So yeah, other than that, I feel like these are great little tripods. I'm going to probably be returning this MT16 and then keeping the MT79 and then keeping the MT73 because they're two really great options and it spans the overlap length that I need. And so I just want to do a little video kind of explaining this, showing this off if this is something you're into. These little single pull-out monopods are super handy if you're into like behind the scenes content. Oh, and then one thing I wanted to point out on these style of tripods that I really like is the thumb screw is integrated into the head. So you don't have to like take it out or you're not going to lose it or anything. And that's really nice. So I want to thank Ulanzi for not sponsoring this video. And I just kind of wanted to show this off and just let you guys see some of these little tripods that I've been using for behind the scenes content. If you're into that sort of thing, these are super handy, super quick, and very easy to use. So if you guys do have any questions, leave them in the comments field. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks everyone for watching.